So it is about an hour past noon on the I know the day of the week, and the rest of the day is yours.
And I have to admit, guys, that nothing that happens during this session actually happens because I don't have my notes. So clearly,
Grace is wrong.
none of this is canon.
I will answer questions if you have them.
Thank you. That will be helpful. Well, I am probably going to go put Galena to bed somewhere. I know it's only like 1 o'clock.
At this point, the red wears off, and she's just like,
yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm going to take her to anything resembling a medical area that we have in the compound and put her to bed. And essentially tell her to like stay down till morning until she feels 100%.
Okay, yeah. Galena definitely down for the day.
Then I will gather the crew that we have here, which I think is now us two, right? Or us three here.
Mm-hmm.
You've got you three. Rin has a plan.
Yeah, Rin has her own thing, which she told us.
I believe she told you guys last time roughly what it was. She had signed a contract whereby she cannot conspire against San Valhane, the Red Goddess, etc., etc. So she has she revealed a plan to
fake her death.
Fake her death and become somebody else. And she is going to go.
Well, she needs our help with that because we need to publicly execute her, as I recall. Publicly execute her.
Yeah, so first she needs you to publicly execute her. So
I can make arrangements for that.
You're gonna have to figure out how to do that convincingly.
Hmm.
And second, you're going to need to help her. Hold on. Yeah, she might need a little bit of help to access city records in order to forge her new identity.
Okay. So for tonight, I'll just find Benji, or at least Benji's men, and send him a message and explain to him Rin's plan. And if he'd be down for a nice little fake death here. And I will also explain to him, like, maybe this is a good opportunity to try and find out who the rat is, if we have any rats inside our compound. As in publicly execute her, but within our group, and try and find the leak as to how San Valhane is going to find out about it.
Okay, so you're gonna try and talk to Benji. Thank you, JD, for relaying the message from Jenny. I am checking my Discord. That's what I'm looking at over here. I got it. Good. So trying to figure out who the rat is. Almania showed you.
How much more do I have to do before I can level up? Because I've been working a while on it. How much time, like how many hours do I still have before I can actually level up?
If you spend the rest of today training, you will have done 4 days and you need another 5.
Okay. I need another 5?
Yes.
I thought it was just a week.
A week is 9 days.
World building.
That's the expression.
I suppose it makes sense.
This was known a while ago. It's totally understand, like days of the week, hours in a day, days in a year, like I know those are what just like so far down the list of concerns, but a train, yeah. If you know somebody who is better at what you're training in than you are, you can have that time.
Yeah, I really wish, except all of them are dead, or their hands have been cut off and their tongues have been cut off.
You don't know that. You only met two.
You can chat with our new magic friend.
Do we have a new magic friend?
Yeah, the guy we just rescued.
I was here for that part last time. But
Yes. So there's a guy who the circle was holding hostage who's a caster. And none of us have spoken to him yet, so we can find out what's his deal.
I want to ask if he knows about music, because man, I'm just desperate. I really want that 6th level bar.
Yeah, I want the 6th level thief pretty bad too. But
Okay.
yeah.
Get it? I get Mantle of Majesty, and I can cast Command without expending a spell slot.
Sweet.
Now,
Awesome.
Some sensor is beeping somewhere. Trying to make sure I'm not getting poisoned.
Smoke or carbon monoxide, you know. Those
Exactly. Like what danger is going on?
good.
Benji, being an in-practice rogue, could actually train you.
Cool. I might chat with him about that when I have this conversation with him. So
yeah, sure, G.
yeah, sure.
So I was wondering, since it's reasonable that there would be some kind of medical situation set up, could I have, like, all the time that I spent, could I have done that, like, studied with the medics? Well, I guess it's necromancy.
Yeah, that would contribute towards becoming proficient in medicine if you weren't.
Sorry,
You are not currently aware of anybody who does what you do.
My bad.
This is why we love you.
Okay, you're right. I think all my magic is spent. Could I, if there's like planning, could I like multitask, or would I need to be like focused entirely on leveling up?
It's essentially you need to spend half the day dedicated to working on your training. So you would not be able. Well, you know what? I'll allow you to work on like understanding your necromancy better, while also I'll let that double up with practicing medicine. That seems totally workable.
Could I like do the animate dead with like people have died and be like, oh?
Not in front of that many people.
I mean, are you gonna do that? Are you gonna do that in front of people?
I would probably like ask Vera, like, hey, could I like try bringing dead bodies back up?
Perhaps I might be able to arrange it, but in a private setting.
Okay, we have bigger concerns. I'm sorry. I just
but if there's anything like a morgue, we can talk.
All right.
Cold storage.
I'm hearing spending the day training.
Yeah.
Vera, how would you propose finding out who the mole is?
Yeah, that's more of a side thing, like maybe a side benefit of following Rin's plan. It's not the goal of the plan, if that makes sense. So goal of plan is to get Rin so that Sam Valhane thinks she's dead.
Okay. So that comes first before.
Yeah, that's really priority is getting her what she wants. I do have more things to ask Benji besides that, which we can roleplay or not. But so I want his help on arranging that public execution. And even if it's as simple as sort of picking our most observant person and just sort of be watching the crowd, like who's reacting, who's suddenly going to leave, etc., and just keep an eye on our allies for suspicious behavior, since apparently people can be not themselves. Here.
Yeah, all right. If it's a mole, it'd be good to know who it is.
Exactly.
Public execution, good for morale.
That's what I was thinking.
All right, I can do that. I mean, tomorrow, the next day.
Let's go tomorrow. And here's my thought: is to make it clear that in this compound, anyone who cuts a deal with Sam Valhane, this is the result. So be looking for reactions amongst all our people. If they're in league with Sam Valhane, might look a little nervous.
Right, yeah, can do. Are you taking part in the execution, or you want to be the one looking out?
How good's my insight?
How good is your insight? You've got a freaking 19 passive perception.
Well, it's perception, not insight, which is slightly different.
Sure.
But my insight's decent. Yeah, I'll look out. Right. I'll pretend to be upset that it was a friend of mine who was a mole who was in league with Sam Valhane, namely Rin.
Right, clever. I like it. And how are we killing this person? Also,
my friend Rin, don't actually kill her. Well, I'm kind of thinking a good old-fashioned hanging, because it's easy to fake. Done it before. You got a dog collar, and then the neck doesn't break.
What can do? Rin pipes up. Well, actually, no, hang on.
Sort of Irish.
Actually, I was thinking something a little different. I have some magic I can do that may make it a wee bit more realistic.
I'm all for it.
Oh, how's that, Jenny? I'm trying. Yes, I can duplicate myself. Well, if you put something heavy in the noose, we just lay the illusion over it. It should look pretty real. Be difficult to get rid of the whatchamacallit?
Stand-in?
Words. So, I mean, we could hang, but we should probably also burn it just to get rid of all the, for sanitation purposes and to get rid of all the evidence that it was a fake.
Great. Unless you're feeling more spectacle, blood, gore. What do you think people would like, Benji? It's been grim. I feel like it's been enough blood.
Well, we're not exactly bloodthirsty, but I think just publicly letting it know that things are getting done.
Right.
Always being rooted out. And,
yeah,
that we're actually, taking positive steps towards breaking out of here. I don't think it really matters. We don't need to do the whole, tear them apart with horses or anything.
Yeah.
I think hanging and burning would be fun.
A good old-fashioned hanging plus a burning, just to make it clear this is policy, and we burn the dead as well. Very clear policy.
I just have a really quick thought. Since when she signed the contract, she had to give some of her blood. Would that make them able to sense if she's still alive? And if this is a farce?
And I don't really know. It might just be track. And if they think I'm dead, then they won't try to track, but I don't know.
And even if they do know you're alive, I mean, it just means it didn't come off properly, and that's a chance for anybody that we didn't quite fake it right. And regardless, you're betraying him.
and it still enforces morale. So
Exactly. I'd say no trouble. The most thing I must say for you, Rin, though, is if we are going to do any, shall we say, infiltration, anything undercover, if we're going back into Sam Valhane's compound in any way, for example, taking Show to go talk to the bug, you might not be the best choice to join that party because they might be able to tell if you're close.
What Shoji was telling us last time was correct. He doesn't need to go in the house. He just needs to get
Right.
near it.
Yes, but I mean, even if they were able to sense where you are and they knew that you were near, and they know you'd broken your word that you hadn't left the city, it might be best, yes, for you to keep your distance. If they know you're in the compound, you're in the compound. What can we do?
Okay. So tomorrow, Benji will get together both a gallows and a bonfire.
Yep, it's gonna be a party. We're gonna have a little party.
So until tomorrow, Rin staying out of the public eye, just to essentially pretending to be imprisoned. Benji will set some people to setting up a gallows and a witch burning. Good. Okay, and then passing the rest of the day in training.
Do you have a few more questions for Benji?
Yes.
Which again, we don't need to talk all the way through.
Sure.
But I was going to ask him some details, as in what actually happens on a red moon on a practical sense. What are we actually trying to alleviate here?
So essentially, every night it's dangerous to go out. You might run into ghouls, but they're mostly patrolling, making people afraid, and they'll snatch you if they catch you. And people go missing every night. But on the blood moons, it is an assault. They flood out of abandoned buildings, sewer grates, etc. Right, and so within the Mayweather compound, they've stopped up all of the sewer grates, and things like that. So, yeah, on nights of the full red moon, it is an all-out assault, and every section of the city gets hit.
Right.
Except the council district, because it has a giant ass stone wall. So, I mean, most places have done what the Mayweathers have done. They've retracted into whatever territory they think they can reasonably hold on those nights. They barricade alleys, and they stop up sewers there. Except, from what Benji knows, the cult area and Marianne's area. And
I was about to ask.
Yeah, as you guys are now, as Sho and Rin report to you guys, Marianne is somehow allied with Sam Valhane.
Yeah, now I know.
On that note, real quick, sorry, if anybody wants to take notes, sorry, before I forget, I forgot to actually tell you Sam Valhane's declared enemies.
I wrote them down, but I don't have my notebook.
No, I didn't. I forgot to declare on Sam Valhane's behalf who his enemies are, with whom you cannot conspire and remain within the contract. So if anybody wants to write these down, Lion Hunter and the Verminocitors, Nerdwheel Noro and the Death Watch, the Empire of Bream and all her citizens, the Black Tower, the Hierarchy of the Old Law, the Pact of Typherius, and the Cult of Silhaloon and all her followers.
Heck yeah.
So those were the declared enemies that Rufus would have told to both Shoji and Rin when they were actually signing those contracts.
May I roll some history on some of these that Grace hasn't heard before? Like, clearly Vera would know the Verminosters and the Death Watch and Bream and Silhaloon.
Yes. So you may, if you'd like, you may roll, and anybody may roll, for the Black Tower, the Hierarchy of the Old Law, and the Pact of Typherians.
Yes. Okay. 14.
Anybody else gonna roll? Great.
Could someone roll for me? I'm still having trouble getting fantasy grounds up.
Oh, okay.
History, did you say?
Yep.
Yeah.
JD, you know nothing about the Black Tower, the Hierarchy of Old Law, or the Pact of Typherians.
Oh, sorry, Almania.
I get a natural one. No.
So with
alright.
a 14.
And then I'll roll for Shoji real quick. History. Go, plus nothing. Well, okay. So highest was a 14. You have heard the name Vera. You have heard the name Typherius somewhere. Somewhere way back in the old days, when you and Gideon were still trying to grab a foothold in the streets.
Right. Can I?
You cannot place it in any context. You can't remember who said it, whether you read it or heard it. You can't remember anything but the name that just kind of rings true vaguely. And you have not heard of the Hierarchy of the Old Law or the Black Tower.
Right. Can I, in the same conversation, run these things by Benji? Like, you've been here a lot longer than me. Have you heard of these people?
He has not heard of any of those.
Okay. Good to know.
I was wondering if I could plan with people. So tomorrow, I think at noon,
So who are you gathering for this?
Vera and our group and Benji and all the leaders.
Kind of everybody's here. Okay.
Yeah. So I think at noon tomorrow, I am supposed to be at the gate, and they will be delivering supplies and gold. Of course, my plan is not to leave, but I thought we could take the opportunity to seize the extra supplies and the gold. But I definitely can't do that by myself. So I was wondering, maybe morning execution and then getting a little raid on supplies.
In my little journal for the day, execute friend, ambush, supply.
But this is intriguing, though, says Vera. This is intriguing because what do you think that 6 months supplies for one person would look like? As in, how much, really?
No, able for one person to carry for sure. But I mean, better than nothing, right?
Right, because I'm wondering if we can spin this, because a lot of our issues with getting, say, the populace to turn against Sam Valhane is that he's been providing some sort of support to them, but clearly not as much as he actually can, or not as much as he has access to. So I'm wondering if it looks like a great deal, we can try and spin it that why is he giving these supplies to, I'm sorry to frame it this way, show, but to an outsider and letting his own people starve.
Oh no, that's intriguing. I like the bit of propaganda there to get people raised up. Should our goals be to unite everyone against Sampleham? I think that's really smart.
That's what I'm hoping for. But to be honest, it's to unite them against him with the truth, which is he has warehouses full of supplies, but he's giving it out in a trickle to maintain his control. I don't know. It's a thought. But not to lie to them in any way. Because I think Josh, we talked about this before. Like, where is Sam Valhane actually keeping all of this stuff? Is that he has warehouses?
That is the assumption. You have not seen or explored these warehouses.
Right. Because I looked around all of his compounds, so it's not within the council district.
I think you guys also. I don't know if you came across that information. Never mind.
I might send and then talk to Benji and then just send a note like, I don't know, can we send out feelers anywhere or just people to look? Or like, where is he getting these supplies from?
Maybe the spider will happen across it.
Yes.
So that is known. All of the supplies that come from him come from the council district.
Okay.
Beyond that, they don't really know. They don't know from where within the council district. All they know is that wagons of supplies come out of the gates with Sam Valhane's seal on them.
Right. Cool. So I would say yes, sure, we can help you. Obviously, well, here's the question. So we pick up your supplies, and I know it'd be painful to do, Benji, with the supply limitations we have in the compound, but I'm tempted to make a gesture with what Sam Valhane, hopefully stamped with his seal, was going to give to show and give it to the populace, or try and make it more public. And say Sam Valhane was going to give this to an outsider to bribe her to leave the city, rather than giving it to you, the people. The Mayweathers will give it to you, and we will do our best to bring down the walls of the council district, where all your wagons are coming out of, and make everything there available to everyone. It's at least a start. Question is, how many people can we actually get to hear it? Which is actually where I wanted to talk to you, Almania. If you have a moment. I know you've been practicing your music quite assiduously. I don't know if you've noticed, you probably have as a bard, but if you want someone to remember something and for it to be catchy and to spread, there's no better way than a song.
You're right. Agree.
The coin to your witcher.
Do you think totally is? Do you think you'd be able to write us some songs against Sam Valhane and with what we believe in, and we'll try and spread them around the city? I don't know. I think this whole circle nonsense started with pamphlets, and it seems to me word of mouth is the power here.
Sure. I could write some songs. I don't
Can
mind.
you be, like, our propaganda minister here?
What else is a bard than a propaganda minister at the end of the day?
Yes. Chief of propaganda. Come on.
We need to create hatred for Sam Valhane, take legitimate power, and paint a vision of hope for the future. Yes,
I
revolution.
love the
Jingles.
yes, these are totally jingles.
So let me get this straight. You're gonna have your bard write insulting and derogatory songs and limericks about your enemy in order to slowly undermine his authority in the city. Is this accurate?
Well, there's the negative mudslinging propaganda that of course is entertaining and she should definitely do. But again, only saying things that are true and that eventually will try and get information out that will prove them true. But also start writing the rousing, like, positive stuff of like,
Oh, we need.
we're all going to get together, we're going to bring down the wall of the council district, and we're going to kick these people to the curb.
Yes, any revolution needs a vision of hope for the future.
Yes.
I will briefly interrupt here to just say I have never been more proud of you guys.
I want a Do You Hear the People Sing Les Mis anthem for our revolution, guys. And in fact, oh my gosh, guys, we need like a flag. We need symbols. We need like...
Yes, let's have a flag, please. I'm here
We need
for
a
it.
flag. Yeah, or something like a flag and like simple symbols that people can like carve on things that they'll slowly associate with our movement.
Very good. Very good.
Agreed.
And like something easy that like a civilian could see and be like, oh, that's associated with this, like, and have it something connected with the song and with the flag.
Oh, hey,
Like,
what's the symbol for the moon goddess? Maybe we could do both. Maybe we could preach her word as our vision of hope, saying, look, this red goddess, yeah, she's trying to kill you. This other goddess, she will save you. She will bring you.
Yes.
Atienne and I can help with that.
Mhm.
Um,
Is that Damia?
Damia and Atienne are like, yeah, no, we.
Yeah. Like, again, the most important thing in all of this is that, and I cannot believe I'm saying this, but every single thing that goes into these songs, into the symbols, into what we say to anyone has to be 100% the truth. Because
I can do
they
that.
are the liars here. They're the falsehood. We are going to be the truth. And everything that people find out is going to prove us right and true.
According to philologists, a flag, a good flag that is easily remembered.
Benji says, according to what?
Flag people who design flags. According to people who design flags, a flag needs to be you should be able to draw it in a very small piece of parchment, and you have to be able to, it has to have like 3 colors, maybe at most, maybe 4 if you're feeling a little fancy. The design has to be so simple that a child could draw it, and it has to be easily visible and recognizable from a distance and not have any words on it, or no one's going to know what it says. So
exactly. A flag with a simple symbol that anyone can carve on a bench somewhere.
Yes.
Somewhere in the city.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I think.
And Damia holds up her holy symbol, and it is a crescent moon with a sword and a spear crossed behind it.
How much does it resemble the blood goddess symbol that we're familiar with?
Oh, not at all. The blood goddess symbol is, I mean, if you imagine like 3 steps inverted.
Okay. Because so far they've been winning the symbology war. Their color is red. They have the symbol. I like it. We have our own moon goddess. She was older. And what should our color be? Definitely not the red. Did she have
a nice light blue, like the moon, kind of lunar looking, you know?
Mm-hmm. Damia, did you have any symbolic colors for your order when they were stronger in Mindonathil?
He's wearing them. It is silver and like a light, like a faded sky blue.
Oh,
Done.
nice.
Colors of the movement. Oh, I'm sorry. We gotta go full Les Mis, y'all. We gotta go full Les Mis.
I know I said that I had never been more proud of you like a few minutes ago, but the truth is that is true of every moment as this continues. So I just want you guys to know that.
I'm just imagining like the Les Mis like tricolor sashes that they would wear. Like even just having a color that becomes associated with your thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we need to get all of the Mayweathers who have always been very, like, essentially, don't say you're a Mayweather, to wear the sashes, wear the colors.
think you need to design thieves can't sign that is associated to our revolution so that they can like carve it and stick it on people's houses and fences and things like that, or in like the sewer system, and then people will like kind of get the word out too.
Mm-hmm. And it has to be mentioned like the moon, the sword, is it a sword and a spear? The moon, the sword, and the spear have to be in the song.
Yes, agreed.
And the
This
colors.
is so exciting.
Okay, so I have to admit, I did some research where I literally just typed in like, what the heck have ever been successful revolutions and why? And most of this is like French resistance stuff where they would do lots of pamphlets and like blah blah blah.
Propaganda.
So they would do that.
Propaganda. You have
It's all
to
about
create
martial
hatred
arts.
for something. Yeah.
For various world building and design reasons, my search history definitely includes like how to organize and run terrorist cells and things like that.
Yup.
So no, I 100% understand.
Like, we're gonna be the French Maquis, but the only problem is that we don't have outside powers unless we bow to Bream, who are willing to
Sure,
send a D-Day invasion to help us.
I was gonna say you 150% have an outside power you can call on.
I know, but like
indeed.
In
the
fact,
US didn't want to occupy France.
in fact, there are two infiltrating squads
know.
of that power currently in the city.
And you know what? That was the third thing I was gonna bring up with Benji is I know where Theodosia is and she's with the Bremans and we have a point of contact.
That's nice. I mean, we could use the help. We need power. If we don't have power, it's not going to do anything.
I know.
Hmm.
And so I'm just going to throw that out there with him. Again, like make it clear. I personally, and nobody in the group, and I'll just like glare at everybody in the group, is going to contact Bream and let Bream and make a deal with Bream and let Bream in here without us all agreeing that that's the best thing to do. But Theodosia's with them and we can contact her magically. And yeah.
Oh, if you've got some extra men power right now, I'm not going to say no to it. If
Yes.
Legion shows up outside the walls, that's a different story.
Yeah, I agree. So I don't know exactly where Theodosia is because she wasn't able to tell me because she's under Vreeman oath. But obviously I trust her implicitly. And I wouldn't hesitate at all to have Damia or to have Yusho reveal our plans to her. And I trust her judgment as to what she would tell the parties she is with. And I trust that she will do what she can to help us. Do you think that's fair?
And you're saying this to Damia?
I'm saying this to everybody in the room.
Oh, I'm sorry, to everybody, yeah.
Yeah. That like I don't trust Vreeman as far as I can throw them, but I trust Theodosia and her loyalty, and she wants to do the right thing. So
Benji is not opposed to any of this. He's looking at you with like a really weird look on his face, and it's definitely a where did this person come from? You're not my mom. Oh my God, is she the spy? No, that's absurd. Oh, okay. He does need to know what the priority is because so far he needs a bunch of fabric. He needs access to a dye works.
we'll start small.
And then you're also asking him to tomorrow organize a fake execution.
Yes, I'd say for today the priority is the execution thing.
Okay.
Yes.
Benji can do that.
Yes, and I was actually thinking, and I'll tell him, yeah, this doesn't have to be on you, Benji. You have 300 civilians kind of sitting around in this compound. You've got the kids. You've got women and children, they can be throwing flags, they can be doing things for the movement, even if they're non-combatants.
That's true. He was having them make like makeshift weapons and whatnot, but they've got weapons for everybody.
Yeah, like they could start writing pamphlets. I mean, for those who can read, they can just be producing pamphlets. We could make a print shop here and a dye shop here.
So if you can get him like fabric, they can start doing
Okay, I'll think about this.
Fabrics. That is a good question.
I know. Well, like there would have been warehouses full of this stuff, and you can't eat it. Well, I suppose you can. So I might be able to at least narrow it down to some districts to look through.
Vera, you would know that most of the warehouses are in the hangars district, most of which is currently held by the cult.
Okay, just more supporting our original plan here, which was go kill cultists. I'm so down.
I'm okay with that. Yes.
Is this the plan? So Almania, you're going to write a song that has the themes of truth, justice, and the American way.
Yes, the
Silver,
sword, the moon, and the
blue swords, spears, the true moon, and then also a bunch of dirty limericks about Sam Valhane.
Yes, but also this theme of like, because it's such a weird thing that, you know, we've been Anashur. Anashur is an ancient city, and we don't have a flag. We don't have like a sense of.
Anashur
We
has a
do?
flag. Yeah.
What does it look like?
It's a great question.
We can like integrate that imagery. Like this is Anashur reclaiming itself.
If I remember correctly,
Do we do the moon and then the outline of the city around the moon?
Or something, or like whatever a recognizable flag is that's definitely Anashurian, we can try and like integrate it into the logo.
I cannot remember which one is Anashur and which one is Westashur, but it's okay. I'm just gonna draw it because I don't know all of the like heraldry terms, but I'm if I remember correctly, it's something fairly like that. Where it's like a white flag with the purple inverted triangle in the center, and then a key either going from like bottom left to top right or bottom right to top left. And I can't remember which one is which city, but you get the point.
Okay, let's do it where it's the holy symbol of Silhalun with the moon, who's crossed with the sword and the spear, but is also crossed with the key.
Oh.
It still looks like the Anashurian flag.
Another thought. What if Damnia, so Benji could order people to be preachers of this vision of hope and, you know, slanderers of Sam Valhane, like getting people to hate him, but also saying, look, there's a good alternative. Because all these different places, you know, have their own specific set of beliefs. You know, we need to spread this narrative of, you know, the moon goddess and how she's going to save you. Maybe Damia could instruct them on what to say, and we could spread the word further that way, along with like pamphlets and flyers and stuff.
We need a concentrated narrative that's consistent.
Yeah.
Hold on there. Right, I'm fine with the colors, with the sewing things, and sure, whatever.
Too dangerous?
I'm not comfortable associating the family with a deity.
I think
Especially one that I don't know. And look, Ma, you know that in the past, when shit like this happens, there's always a demon behind it.
I have to admit, I agree. I'm not entirely saying we're committing ourselves utterly, and I am sorry to say this, Damia, to Silhalun, as in we're all believers in Silhalun. But what I want us to be is believers in, if it makes sense, what she stands for, which is
What we're
not
trying,
the goddess.
what we need is a vision of hope. I mean, if it's not in a goddess, it could be something else. But
It's in
whatever you
honor.
want to make it, yeah.
Yes, it's in Onisher, it's in each other, it's in all of us standing against this enemy. But Frank, I feel like you can preach the ideals, so to speak, of a god without being committed to that god, if those things feel right and true.
Yeah, I don't think there's much, friction between, our vision and her vision.
Yes, there's a great deal of
And
overlap.
yeah. And it might not be so terrible if she could actually grant power to some people here. I mean, hey, win-win, right?
True. I guess the best I can say perhaps is her name. And again, I am sorry, Damia, if this is what you wanted, but the name Silhaloon is not in the song, is not in the pamphlets, is not in the narrative. But the ideals and the imagery perhaps is. Because no one here in Onisher is familiar with this imagery. This is the first time they'll have seen your symbol. And to them, it will mean what now we say it means. And if the time comes and for some insane reason we win, then the groundwork is there for you, Damia, if you wish to build upon that for your goddess. But that's not what we are going to use it for. Does that make sense? Or is it blasphemous to use a divine symbol with no intention of proselytizing that god?
That's a little blasphemous.
But what actually matters, the name of Silhaloon or the mission of Silhaloon?
The mission of Silhaloon has mostly to do with my kind, those whose natures have been infected with bestial rage. Not so much with freeing this place. That being said, we're not called on to be callous or ignore the plight of others. We mostly like to stick to ourselves, but here that's clearly not an option. I am comfortable with the symbol of Silhaloon being spread. I do not think I have the authority to allow it to be explicitly associated with the city or this particular fight.
Then perhaps we will need our own simple symbol, as we were speaking of, that is purely for this. And purely for us.
Yes, you would need a symbol that is known and that is connected with this particular struggle.
Is there a symbol for perhaps the different districts? And we could combine the different districts into one symbol?
That's a great
Yeah.
idea. We do. Our message needs to be we need to unite and rise against Sam Valhane because he is the evil that we need to hate.
Yes.
There are no commonly known ones. I don't think anybody at this table would know. That somebody would have to hit the history books for that one.
But even then, that wouldn't work because it needs to be easily recognizable to any person on the street that this means Onishurian nationalism. Nationalism is maybe a bad word. It is what I mean, Onashurian nationalism.
I mean,
The way that outline of the city and just cut out the section that we don't like. It's very like when two countries that were one country split up and they are like, this is our new country, and they have their borders very distinct. Could we do something like that?
That could be fun.
Onashur as a whole is fairly impoverished in regards to noble symbolism. Its whole purpose and being is as a middleman for money, slaves, and goods across the sea that divides most of the continent.
Could we do
that's what we're changing. We're instigating a more noble narrative for our city.
If you wanted to go sorry, go ahead.
a lake or something that every Onashurian would have seen, or like an image of the docks or something like that, or the cliffside? Like there's a huge
ship.
Or ship or something.
I like how we already have the key. I mean, everyone's familiar with the Onashurian key, correct?
Yeah, no, everybody would recognize the city's flag.
Right.
But
maybe a twist on it.
That flag is a symbol of profit.
Right.
And it is touted also as a symbol of social mobility and opportunity. Whether or not that's actually accurate is questionable.
What if we took the flag, the regular flag, split it in half, put our flag in between, and sewed the old flag on the sides of it, as though we're
that's a cool idea.
The other flag, and we are a new flag.
We need some sort of. Sorry, Beth. Sorry, I was over here.
I'm sorry. I'm still on board with using the Silhaloon symbol. Maybe each little part could represent like a part of the city. Like
I think though that
it's too complicated.
Entirely like comfortable with committing ourselves to Silhaloon, I guess.
Oh, I see.
And then Damia doesn't want us to use it for something that's not Silhaloon.
Benji is resisting any essentially like trying to unite the family with any sort of religious doctrine at all, because he's right. Historically, when somebody starts uniting people in some faith or another, there's a demon behind it, and things go badly, because until the last couple of years, there was nothing even approaching a deity in existence.
Okay.
So Benji is not comfortable with that because it changes kind of the nature of the family. And so he's not comfortable kind of marrying a family with this religious identity. And Damia on the other side is like, this is not what my cult is about. So I will speak with individuals and convert those I can, but I do not want the symbol of my faith united with that of this city.
Okay, gotcha. So we need something that people from here would believe. What about Benji? Does he have any ideas that might unite, like symbolize each that is recognizable, that might be inspiring to unite people together?
That's true. He's been here more recently than we have.
Most of our symbols are, secret and used for communication between footpads and assassins and thieves.
I just turn my head and show my tattoo behind my ear, like so.
Oh, what is this?
It's the Mayweather like family symbol.
Yeah, but not spreading that about and touting it as Vesavia's.
I'm not. I absolutely agree. That's certainly not what it means.
Right. Yeah.
But
we kind of focus on staying behind the scenes and out of the spotlight.
And now we're shoving you right into it because we need to go public. But I agree that private matters can stay private. But perhaps just a twist on a symbol that is recognizable. So the key of Onisha has stood for many things in the past, perhaps not all things we want to hold on to. So perhaps the key they would recognize, but then, I don't know, breaking a chain, opening something, using the key of Onisha, but with some other element in it that indicates freedom or change, but it maintains that sense of identity.
So if we can associate, now Benji would never come up with that idea. Damia speaking. So we have broken chains and a key, and we can associate the key with the hope and goal that we're going for, and the chains with Sorana V.
And Sam Valhane, in particular, in this city, we're freeing ourselves from his yoke.
Ah, but his symbol is the halberd. Perhaps a shattered halberd amongst the chains.
Ooh, we need a graphic designer, guys. But yeah,
We do.
If you would like to assign someone to graphic designing this,
but again, it has to be simple enough to like scratch on a fence post.
right?
So I'm thinking as simple as possible, a key breaking a chain or a key opening a chain.
I've got a lot of kids that can scratch that in places during the day.
Nice.
Yes, and have that symbology in the song, as in what does the key of Onisha really mean? Does it mean being the middleman between greater powers, or does it mean being ourselves and, I don't know, breaking the chains of the old order, which is what Sam Valhane represents? I mean, he's a councilman, for heaven's sake.
Good, yes. I can make that work.
So we're gonna have a song. We're gonna have a flag.
Mary is like, I am not going to write another like 7 propaganda songs for this campaign. I swear to God, I cannot write.
You could just say you've written them.
Any of these songs that you just want to be like, can we please just make it a dice roll? We'll just make it a dice.
We are. I can pluck a few chords. That's about it. I am not going to write lyrics.
Totally
We
fine.
could workshop it around the compound, like what's cooler. I mean, we gotta get like the kids involved. We gotta get everybody here hyped about everything. Because it's all about morale too.
So Mary, if as you're training for the day, you would like to start to create those and spread them among the hip youth, go ahead and give me a performance roll. And I'll give you an advantage because this was decided and kicked around in committee before being presented to the public.
I still think we should keep the blue just as a nod to Silhaloon and what she's done for us so far. The light blue flag, I still think should happen.
Okay.
Ambiguous
so
enough.
A quick performance check with the.
With advantage?
Big money.
All right. How many performance checks? Just one?
Just one.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Money! We got
We asked for big money and we got the big money, guys. It is so flipping catchy.
It spreads very quickly.
Yes.
Amanya, you rock.
Heck yeah.
Hearts and minds.
So, if you happen to be a DM and people tell you, like, always be prepared for your players to just go in a direction that you just weren't prepared for, make sure you include on the list of, things that might happen, flag design and propaganda.
It's called developing a sense of national identity and it's important.
Okay. Manya spreads a truly virulent song about restoration and hope, and several dirty limericks about Sam Valhane that the kids just absolutely adore and repeat ad nauseum. I still remember things like that from when I was like 9, and it's just dumb. Like, can I
So
forget
great.
those and put other things there?
No, not when they're fomenting revolution.
Joji.
I want these to be like Schoolhouse Rock level songs where no matter how old you are, you will still remember the Conjunction Junction song or the I'm Just a Bill song. Like, no matter how old you are, it is ingrained in your brain. That's how good I want these songs to be. Where like people will not be able to get them out of their heads all day, all week, all month.
Mary, any campaign that I run in this world in the next in-game 500 years,
Yes.
I mean, it'll be at a time when like kids are just like, I don't know where it came from, but it's funny. Like,
It's like it's a jump rope. It's a jump rope skip
yes,
rhyme,
there you go.
and it's like Sam Valhane sitting on his pile of money while the people starve. Blah blah blah.
Almanya, you just reinvented the Ring Around the Rosie song. All right.
Yeah.
So, which actually would fit in this setting really as is.
Yes, Black Death.
Anyway, Shoji, you spend the rest of the day subtly reading life forces and playing and manipulating with them as you work on medicine as well. Vera, Benji does not have time to like sit down and
Yeah, I
train,
know.
but he is certainly willing to let you like follow along as a quiet advisor to like pick up, relearn how the family functions, like learn kind of how the camp is being run, how the other camps are functioning as well, and I'll allow that as training.
Cool. And as I'm doing that, I'm sorry to derail, but I would like to find out, and if it's from Benji, where Miriam is.
Oh,
Because I want to tell her about her husband.
oh, yes.
That's for the viewers at home, and for you guys, that's Junior's wife.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who
for a
I
second,
haven't talked to.
For a second, I thought you meant Marianne, and I was like, I mean,
No.
no, Miriam.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm the only one who knows where her husband is. And yeah.
Yeah. She is. Where's my where's my Mayweather map? There it is.
Because if she's not in the compound, I'll send her a message.
She's not in Benji's.
Okay. She's with one of her boys.
Yeah, she is over in. Where is it? She is over in what was Jean's district. But is now Gerald.
Okay. I'm sorry, just the sheer joy of hearing my uncle's names makes me very happy.
So yeah, you wanted to send her a message?
Yes, if someone has a free message spell, or I can just send a runner. I mean, if they have constant communication.
There are runners all over the place, so if you just want to hand them
Cool.
a written something or other.
Yeah, I'll write her a note. And I have one of those like classic when you got a really demanding mother-in-law relationship with her, where I've been pushing her around for years.
Yeah.
And
trust me, your sons were not the only ones who were, in a sense, like for your sons, it was a mixed emotion. Like,
oh yeah,
she's gone and in danger, but also, oh my God, this is what freedom feels like. It was not mixed for your husband's wife.
I know. It's just one of those things where like no one's good enough for my boys, so I'm just gonna be kind of hard on them. So I will write her probably the most like heartfelt note she has ever like. but still make it enough me that she knows it's me. Like it has some zingers in there, so she definitely knows it's me.
Some
But
identifying
sort of
fingers.
yes, and to essentially just tell her, like, you know, Junior's dying. I will not tell her that I could have made a deal that would save his life. I'm not going to say that. But I will tell her that I will keep her updated, but I know where he is and I'm going to take care of him. And if she wants me to tell, if she wants to use me as a go-between, I will pass messages to him and back. But I will promise her at the very end that if I have anything to say about it, which is something I've said a lot to her, if I have anything to say about it, he's not going to die alone.
So, just to be clear, you're telling your son's wife that you'll be taking care of him from now on.
Well, I assume she wasn't because he was all alone, blah, blah, blah. But I will also say in the note that if she does want to know where he is, I will tell her and her only.
Cold-hearted, Vera, but you know.
That's slightly better, but when you were just like, yeah, I'm taking care of him now, I was like, oh
Well,
no.
I thought that it was going to be like that she can't get near him because of quarantine. Because I'm going to say in there, like, I've been exposed, that's why I can get close. But if she wants to know where he is and wants to be with him, I will tell her. But it is in a very secure location and only I know it. So yeah. But I will try and build that relationship by saying, like, if I tell you, it's going to be you and me, and we're going to be the only people on Earth who know where he is. And I trust you with that information.
Perfect. I have noted that carefully. It definitely will not spawn a side plot at all.
Oh God.
And okay.
Sorry guys.
We get to have a side mission or like a one-shot quest, and it's all just Vera's daughters-in-law, and they go on an adventure together. Is this what we're doing?
Yes.
If it ever gets so incredibly dark in this game that you guys are just like, Josh, we need a week of break, I will write that one shot, Mary.
Miriam and Carolyn's adventures would be great.
Adventures of Vera's daughters-in-law.
We're doing just something extremely normal. Like, this is like the least dark session we've ever had. And there's like no real fighting. It's us like negotiating prices on things. It's gonna be good.
All right.
These are mob wives. They're not, you know,
Ew.
shrinking violets.
So the day will end with that. Over the course of the day, you guys do learn one new thing. And then Vera, I have a note actually about your sawtoothed dagger. I was reviewing all of the weapon tags and weapon modifications. Your sawtoothed dagger also does a simple crit on a natural 19 roll. So I don't think that's something that we've been doing. Now that's a simple crit, so it's just double the dice damage.
Still, Old Faithful is awesome.
And then you receive Benji passes along a note from Sam Valhane, addressed to everyone in the party. Well, all of the NPCs, and really like all of those people except for Rin and Shoji.
Okay.
And it's quite short. When all the works of your hands turn to rot, when the labors of your heart crumble into dust, when despair darkens your doorway, send me word, and I shall welcome you as brothers and sisters.
I feel like I've heard that before or something similar.
I don't know.
Ooh, I have an idea though. So Almania, you should take those words and spin them into one of our propaganda songs.
Oh no.
Like, you are currently in the depths of your despair. Come to us as brothers and sisters.
Oh damn.
Turn it on his face.
Kind of love it. Yeah.
That may be the first mistake that Sam Valhane has ever made in this game.
Yeah. Use his own words, but it's all come to us. You are currently in this situation. We're your saving grace right now.
Here for it. Here for it.
All right. Where you've heard that before, Almania, is your own damn song that is now infecting the ears of the entire camp. All right. And that brings us to the next day.
Mock execution day.
Yeah, we'll put that on the calendar here. So this is going to be the mock execution.
So do we want to do mock execution and then raid on the warehouses of the cultist district?
You also need Shoji is also supposed to be at the north gate.
Yes, at noon. Let's do that. And then afterwards, we go fight some cultists.
So mock execution in the morning. Ambush the supply delivery, and then cult warehouse.
Yes.
So, okay, here's the thing. Since I wasn't here last time, like for the very end, why are we mock executing someone?
So,
I through context, and then I realized I don't.
Rin signed the second contract.
Right.
Came back to camp and essentially said, all right, cool. So my plan is, like, Rin has signed the contract. So you guys are going to publicly execute Rin, and I'm going to become somebody else. So
she's an illusionist.
Essentially what she needs is for you all to publicly execute her, and then at some point she needs access before she can really like go out anywhere that Sam Valhane's people might see her. She needs some access to city records to forge a new identity, so that she can pass as a native of Onisher.
Okay, right. I thought it had something to do with Rin and with the signing, but like the more that I heard about it, I was like the least I'm the less and less I'm understanding what's going on exactly. But that's fine.
Okay, so public execution. In the center of the main compound has been erected a gallows and and underneath it a large amount of wood and scrap and honestly mostly dung, because they can't afford to burn a lot of the things that they have. But so
I'll be watching that crowd.
So you guys are not. You guys are leaving it entirely up to Benji to kind of like do the execution.
Just
You're watching the crowd. Shoji and Almania, what are you guys doing for this?
I am going to be playing a few chords of the song that I have infected the entire town with. So at least one person will like start whistling it or humming it and getting everybody else to whistle or hum it until like everybody's like, oh wait, I remember that song, and they're all like kind of humming and singing it together.
As we're executing a Sam Valhane spy.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Great.
Also, I hope this all gets to go towards me leveling up Josh because I am flexing my musical abilities.
Entirely true.
Just
Shoji?
I'll be out of sight to go in accordance with this, as I am also a dissenter, but I'll actually be getting ready to make it look like I am heading out, to support that farce as well.
Can we debut, if we spent a little bit of time last night, can we debut the flag at this as well?
Ooh.
You guys have a final design? I don't want to spend too much more time now
sorry.
designing. But sure,
But
we'll say you guys have a final design. You don't have to actually decide it yet, but we'll say you've got a final design. So sure, there's a couple just kind of here and there. There hasn't been much opportunity to make a bunch, but sure.
we can do. Eventually, they'll do armbands and like simple things. It's going to be great.
Alrighty then. Almania, would you go ahead and give me a quick performance check?
Do I have advantage because I wrote the songs?
No, this is going to be to essentially assist. This is going to determine how well you are assisting Benji.
Okay. 11.
11. Okay, enough to give him advantage, but nothing beyond that. Okay. Most people during the day, like as the morning went on, like the gallows went up basically overnight. So like people are seeing this, and word is passing around, and everybody's curious, and everybody's asking questions, and there's just a buzz. And Benji leaves it until like late morning, just lets it run.
Can I be just watching people all day? Like as soon as the rumors get out, like who's nervous?
Sure, yeah,
Who's
you're
being
just
weird?
most of the morning looking around. To that end, Vera, give me just a quick perception check.
Sure. Perception. 14.
14. You do notice that Damia looks a little confused.
Can I like sidle up to her? And because was she in on the planning session when we were describing what?
Yeah, no, I mean, Constantine, Atian, Damia, they were all there.
Okay. What's worrying you, Lovey?
I can't find Atian. I don't know where she went.
Oh.
Have you seen her?
Have I seen her?
You have not, no.
I'm going to like gather together the smarter little kids and be like, look around for this and give the physical description of Atienne and report back.
Okay. So that is currently out. Like they're trying
as
to
in,
figure it out.
I need to know exactly where this person was all day.
I need you to give me a quick persuasion check to see how well focusing on this competes with all of the speculation about the gallows and the excitement.
Okay, 16.
16. Okay, there you get a bunch of kids, and there's a lot of what, and then they kind
you're
of
doing
scatter.
a big favor for Ma.
You might get word back, you might not. They're halflings and they're children, so it's a crapshoot either way.
It's how I built my empire, guys. Disaffected halfling kids.
You know what? This is essentially how you started. So yeah, you know what? I will give you inspiration on it, so you can have advantage, because this is essentially how you and Gideon got.
That's awesome. Thank you. Alrighty, let's see. Yeah, better. 22, 21.
Okay. You get back. They return to you before we actually get to the execution with a 21. Atienne was seen leaving before dawn this morning. Left the compound alone. Nobody had any reason to stop her. She just left.
And unfortunately, she knows everything we talked about.
He was at the meeting.
Alrighty then.
The execution is underway at this point.
All right, but Sam Valhane's going to know it's a lie anyway.
Valmania's spreading all of this word around, eventually, people start to come out. There's somebody now standing on the scaffolding, and as people start to notice that, A crowd starts forming, and Rin is led out of kind of the command building, up the scaffolding, and kind of the noose is put around her head. No black hood or anything, just everybody can clearly see that this is Rin. And Benji just kind of leaves it there, like leaves that scene for a little bit, and the crowd is getting super antsy. Shoji, at this point, you're ready to go, and you're like looking at the sun in the sky, like, start leaving soon. And then Benji starts to speak. Benji is not good at this, but stumbles his way through, and hits all of the major points, right? It's become clear that Sam Valhane is behind this. Gasped through the crowd. Right, you, Vera, you're especially paying attention, right? Right, we get some of our food from him. Like, yeah, but if Benji says it, does that mean there's a possibility that it could be tainted? I ate some of that just yesterday. And Benji lets that run. It is also clear that Sam Valhane is an agent of the Red Goddess. Chatter, etc., running through the crowd. And this person has been betraying us to him. And he lifts off a couple of bolt holes that had been somehow discovered and the people hiding there just butchered. That was this person's fault. And Vera, you're going, hold on, that happened before we got here.
I know, I don't care. I'm just respecting the performance. Yeah. My boy, I'm so proud.
And with Almania's assistance, we'll roll with advantage just to see if he can some. Okay. The crowd accepts it. By the end, there's definitely, like, people are definitely whistling some of the tunes that Almania is shouting. Benji has the two flags that have been made so far, like, passed into the crowd, which are just like passed around and like waved, and people marvel at them. They don't have color yet, but they've got design. And after a little while of this, eventually the lever, is thrown, and Rin just drops, and there is an audible crack. Body just goes limp. The pile of wood underneath is lit, and eventually it goes up. And you guys know what to look for. You notice that the flames don't really touch Rin. There's something funky going on, but you'd only notice if you looked at it as the flames kind of like go through her in places. But eventually, whatever they've got kind of as the basis of the illusion also catches and just kind of goes up in an inferno. And everybody stays to watch.
Nice.
You guys, Shoji needs to leave pretty quickly if she's going to make her appointed rendezvous.
Yeah, I'm going to grab Damia's arm really fast.
Okay.
Did I see anybody else in the crowd reacting as the traitor, or am I pretty positive it's Satien now?
So go ahead and now give me the insight check.
22.
22. You did not notice anybody reacting particularly, like, oddly, out of sorts with the rest of the people around them.
Okay, I'm going to take Dami's arm and I'm going to say,
I mean, Oth is hard to read because
That's true.
he's
He's a slime, but I trust him with like my life.
But we love Oth. Oth is my
Exactly.
All right, so sorry, you're grabbing Damia.
I'm just saying, could Atian have been the one here?
That I don't see how. The only time. Oh no. When you guys went to the council district and we went to go look for my family, Atienne disappeared for a few moments and we found her being attacked by ghouls, but we rescued her.
I'd like you to do something for me. I know it will spend a spell slot, but could you contact her? Or at least the person perhaps we thought was her.
I can try, but if it is her, then whatever information she gives us could be manipulative.
I know. I don't want her to speak to us. I think we should say something to her, especially if we know where she's going.
Okay.
Perhaps this is merely for my own indulgence, and I do apologize for it, but I'll clear it with you since you're the one speaking. It seems pretty clear that she's on her way to Valhane with all the information that she heard at our plans. If it's her, if it's not, I don't quite understand the manipulation these people are capable of. But I would like you to speak to her and say that we have a message for Valhane, if you're willing to pass this along.
Of course.
If she is going to him, tell Valhane, and I'm just going to quote the exact stupid message that he gave us, or as much of it as I can fit. In 30 words, but end with the like, you'll be welcome at our door. When you're in despair.
Do you put the attitude and the sarcasm in there as
well?
well?
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is all sarcasm.
There it is.
So starting with like, tell Valhane, and I'll give like a shortened version of his. I'm so angry at that message, and Vera's so angry with it that I'm going to shove it in his stupid face at every freaking opportunity.
Okay. All right. You send that message back. And she kind of tilts her head in confusion. The response didn't make sense. It was gibberish.
This is exactly what happened with my friend Talia. Tell me word for word what she said back.
It wasn't in a language that I understood.
Well, what did it sound like? Can you like mimic?
Yes. Can you sound it out for us, what she said?
She attempts to. It's not great, so I will need from each of you just a quick. Give me just a straight perception check.
Perception? Okay.
Yeah. As you try to well, okay. Vera rolls a natural 20. Vera, the closest you've heard to it is the language that the Minotaurs tried to speak to you guys in.
Ooh, okay.
If you'll recall, like the Minotaurs were not They were very wary of you guys and were very ready to visit extreme violence had you offered it. But even just the language that they spoke made the hackles on your neck rise up and a chill run down your spine.
Well, it appears we've been breaking bread with demons lately. Well, good riddance, I say.
Since I have perfect mimicry powers, I was wondering if I would be able to like shop around those sounds and see if someone would be able to translate them.
If you want to spend the time, if you want to get Shoji to her spot,
We should do that
Maybe
then.
hang on to it and we'll do it in the evening or something.
Yeah, because I figured of everybody here, maybe there's somebody who would understand.
So Almanya, you can perfectly mimic Damia's attempt at mimicking what she heard.
Yes.
So it's going to be difficult, but if you found somebody who spoke the language, you might get a couple of words. But
Yeah, I figured we could kind of parse our way through it. Just take some time.
Right.
Cool.
Who are you guys taking with you?
I'll go. Do you want to just take, except for Galena, because she needs to rest. Unless, has she gotten over all of her exhaustion, etc.?
Yeah, it's the next day. So her exhaustion was from wounds, which can be treated over a short rest. So yeah, today she's back to full.
Cool. So you guys just want to take the party with our NPCs?
Yeah.
Show of strength?
Oh boy. All right, so Constantine,
Damia. And with good riddance to bad rubbish with Atian, apparently.
Galena. Damia does say, though, if that wasn't Atian, they must have taken her the other day.
Yes.
That has not always been her. That would also explain why she went along with your friend Talia's nonsense at that council. I knew the Atian that I know would never have spoken those words.
I think as we travel and as we go through this day, if we survive this day, we'll have to add that caveat to every sentence we say. I think we should all give some long, hard thought, if we have a moment, to, and I know my family has been attempting this, but to establishing identity at every step of the way. Buddy system from here on out. We keep eyes on each other. And after every encounter, if anyone is lost sight of, because it's necessary sometimes in a combat, we need to come up with a way for us to remember each other or to confirm each other's identities. Does that seem fair?
Yeah, that seems like a good idea.
But it seems like things like codes and things like that are not enough. It's who knows? Maybe these people, when they take a form, can sample recent memory, something like that. It needs to be something deeper than just a call sign.
So do we need older memories?
Atienne knew things that only Atienne should know.
I see.
It might not be that they replaced her then. It could be that she's being possessed by something or mind controlled.
Exactly. Like Talia.
Yeah.
I agree. So I suppose what's a way to identify someone who's knows all your memories and knows who you are?
If I start babbling about how great the red goddess is, you can just shoot me in the face. I just want you to know that.
I think we can all agree.
That seems like a fair a fair identifier, but at this point we are declared enemies, so only a fool would stand before us and utter such things.
I'm more concerned about someone trying to fully integrate back into us after being replaced.
Perhaps we should just stick with not ever going out of sight.
Agreed.
It
might make combat difficult. I know I myself quite deliberately disappear on occasion. But we'll watch each other. And
Right.
I want you all to understand here in this circle that I trust you all.
Aw, thanks, Ma.
I do.
Took us a long time to get to this place, but appreciate it.
I know it. So this is not mistrust of you. This is mistrust of the enemy.
Oh yeah, gods, yeah.
Right. Are we gonna go hit some things now, or
Well, if Shoji's supplies come with a honor guard, I'd say we take them down. Show them what they really are.
all right.
Um,
Are we going quiet or loud?
Quiet.
Well, shit. All right. Well, could you reach that clasp, like, right, wearing full plate mail? So
I'd say leave
it'll
it
take
on.
a few minutes to like get the plate off of Constantine, but you guys are ready, and then
We'll
Shoji
get it
will-
off.
Was there enough time for Valhane to be warned about this? Oh, the
That's a good
intention of.
point.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, he could, instead of sending, supplies, he could be sending a squad to destroy us.
That's true. Forgot about that. He now knows about both the Rin thing, which is it's
Hmm.
okay. But he does know about this now, you're right.
I mean,
put the plate
I-
back on.
How about, okay, here's a suggestion. We send in a scout ahead of time. We go somewhere we're within safe distance from the gate, and I'll scout ahead quietly and report back. And if it looks...
Galena says, so you mean immediately send somebody out of the sight of the rest of the group?
You can peek out and watch me.
So shortly ahead, but still within sight.
Yes.
Okay.
And the rest
Fine.
of you hide.
I just wanted to make sure I had understood
That's
the conversation that you had
Very sensible. I had slightly forgotten about that.
We need to stay within sight. I'm gonna disappear. It's fine.
Exactly.
Everybody stay in sight. I'm just gonna go around the corner out of sight.
Go ahead. Yeah. But Constantine, leave the armor off for now. And if I get into trouble, come and save my butt.
It's a run and grab you and bamf you out of there too. I can definitely do that.
Oh. That could work. Because at least we'd have fair warning.
So Constantine, Damia, Galena. Anybody else? Is that all? I think that's all of them. Other than Oth,
Yes.
who's
We leave him at home.
Oth is
Oh.
not a fighter, and we let him stay home to help us design our flag.
Yes. Oh, he has all this historical background on cool stuff. Speaking of which, you could repeat the Minotaur to him and see if he recognizes it.
You'll probably want to do that later. At the moment,
but keep
you
that
guys
in mind.
are running out of time.
Yeah, keep that in mind. So we'll all go quietly, and I'll go a little ahead, but still within like Almania's eyes, so that she can bamf in and get me if things go super south.
Okay.
Basically, if I need to attack, I will make lots of noise, so you'll know I'm in trouble.
All right.
We had the benefits of a long or short rest since our last.
Oh,
I'm so
do.
sorry. Yes, it is the next day. You all got a long rest. Let me just take care of that right now.
God, I have the fucking worst hit points. This is
kind of bad. How many?
Something, Almania, something about your characters.
It's true.
And I took the averages this time, but then stuff happened, and I don't understand. I don't know what.
Wait, how many do you have?
So hold on, Almania, your hit points. So 8 plus 4 plus 4 times 20 plus, and then 6 times 2, 12 should be 32. Sorry, yours should be 44.
Oh well, geez, I've been y'all have been nerfing me this whole time.
She
You know
should
what I
have
just
less
happened?
than me.
You know what I think happened is when you finally cleared the exhaustion from being reincarnated, like the minus con, I think I said, okay, great, it's all clear, but I didn't change it on your character sheet. And that's my bad. All right, so you should be right.
Okay.
Where you should be.
I was
Okay.
about to say, did you have lower hit points than me?
I had 38 hit points, so I don't know.
You had lower hit points than me. No one should have lower hit points than Ma. I'm like 200 years old.
If you like sneeze on a rogue wrong, then they die. It's
I know.
like,
And this is deliberately my character designed to be like completely weak.
All right. Cool. So if we get into combat, I'm running 3 NPCs. This isn't gonna be a
I'm
problem
sorry.
at all. No, you are doing the intelligent thing in a really awful situation. Okay.
Buddy
So-
system that I forgot.
So you guys are headed off to the north gate, which I believe a different district. Hold on. Oh, I've got
Ooh.
all the maps in Fantasy Grounds.
Can
Well,
we have mocked up some pamphlets and be shoving them in various places as we go? Under doors?
you have not had the time to do that.
Okay.
that
Because
is
next time we travel
something-
around,
That is definitely something, if you could get your hands on some paper, that you could
Ooh.
certainly do.
we'll do that in the warehouse district. Raid on supplies.
Important.
As you know, though, from when Cormier was doing this, one, there's not a lot of actual like paper proper, and parchment is made out of animals. So
Oh yeah, edible things. One thing I will do is I will be taking one of my daggers and I will be scratching the symbol in various places as we go along.
Okay.
The new
Um,
symbol.
the north gate is actually at the very corner of the slacks,
Oh, so it's in our district.
so pretty close by. So you guys do not actually have to roll for anything.
Until we
so-
get to the end.
It does take you guys a while if you're stopping to scratch the symbol in places. But eventually you guys get towards the north gate. And what you can see is one of the main streets, which here is like only slightly larger than some of the side streets that you saw in the Empire. Good, like, 10, 15 feet wide. And the road that splits the slacks from the plaza, which is more of a like upper middle class district, runs through this gate. And right on the other side of this street, the plaza is actually walled from. There's actually a wall that sits between the plaza and the slacks. So as you guys kind of get towards the area, you're looking at a bunch of densely packed buildings, then a wide boulevard that heads off to the gate to the north, and then on the other side of that, a wall that has plenty of like large gates for main streets, and then there are definitely side gates and holes that have just like been created or fallen out of the wall as it's aged. It's not like a fortified, not a well fortified, consistently maintained wall. Although now you can see that a lot of those side gates do have stuff barricading them, etc. But then in front of the gate itself is a very large open area, about 30, 40 feet in diameter. So about 20 feet clear on either side of the gate, and then kind of a semicircle where in caravanning season, there would be a small market, just kind of ringed around in this very small mud cobblestone plaza. Vera, you are creeping on ahead, but still within sight.
Actually, can we stop like a block back and do a quick confab here? I just had a thought that they're expecting Shoji to show up alone here. He hasn't. I'm sorry to say this, Shoji, but do you want to go ahead and I'll shadow you?
Sounds
And if
good.
there's trouble, we all come running. But I'll be right
Sounds
there
good.
with you shadowing. So I'll keep you in sight. You'll keep me in sight on the back of you. Yeah. Sound fair?
Okay. Yes.
But we'll make a ruckus if there's trouble and you all come running.
Yes. Yes. All right. Let's see. If
So
this
you
works.
just walk bold as brass, exactly as if you're following what you intended to do. I will be right behind you in one of these side streets.
That's good.
All right. Have one of those, the creepier ones of your spells prepared just in case.
Ooh. I might have to dismiss them from your son, but if there's a body lying around, yeah, if there are bodies lying around, then
you know what? I feel like we could be a great team. I make the body, you reanimate it. So just give me a minute and we'll talk.
Okay. Awesome.
All right, so the plan is you guys are all hiding like off to the side, and sending her ahead.
Yes, although I'll be sort of right behind her, closer behind than everybody else.
So you guys are
I'm
all
your buddy.
You're all stacked up in an alley.
Yeah.
Vera peeking around the corner. Hey, and Shoji, you step out of the alley, looking towards the gate, where you see a single person, dressed in the uniform of the city guard. Yep, city guard. Standing next to several very large rucksacks, and several large chests.
That's great.
This is such a
you-
trap.
Yeah.
You walk out across the plaza towards this guy. Shoji, if you stop like right in front of him, he is about 20 feet from the rest of you, from the mouth of that alley. And Shoji, as you approach, this city guardsman looks at you. Yes?
Hello, I'm here for the supplies to leave the city, as was contract with Valhane that I signed.
And your name?
Oh, you paused for a sec there, Josh. You like?
He said,
Oh no,
It cut
he
out
said,
again.
and your
Sorry.
name?
you're all jittery.
Oh, my name is Shoji.
How am I now?
Better.
A little bit better.
Oh,
Oh no.
that was a 7-second delay is the problem.
Oh,
Okay. Well, just say something when I finish talking.
Okay.
you're finished talking.
You paused again.
Oh no.
All right.
Oh, no.
This is going to be super awful and super interesting.
No, I think you're better now, actually.
Yeah, that's
You're very fuzzy looking, but
Am
you
I
look.
better now?
Yeah, your sound is better now.
yeah.
All right. We'll run with it then. I feel like it always happens like around this time.
Yeah.
This is
You
when
always-
All right.
in your place just says, "Nah, we done."
I'm
You know,
tired.
The internet goes off the clock at 7:25. So Shoji, he asked you for your name. You said Shoji. And he says,
No, he says.
"That's here." He unrolls the scroll and says, "It says here that you have been reportedly conspiring against the House of Valhane in direct violation of a legal contract which you had signed with him. Do you have anything to say in your own defense?"
Kill him.
Yeah, I would like to. How close am I to him?
You're standing in front of him, like 5 feet away.
Ooh, okay. I will like to use the spell Inflict Wounds at level 3.
Cool. I do need you to roll initiative along with everybody else.
I'm
Okay.
delighted. You know what? Show starts our fights and she finishes the fight.
Let's wrap the house. today.
This is what I wanted, everybody. I needed this today.
I'm happily to oblige. I love violence. I
I'm
choose it.
Delighted. I am delighted.
I love violence. Beth, 2021.
It's supposed to be a secret.
It's fine.
I'm just sad that that Shoji doesn't have blight. Or does she have blight?
Oh, not yet.
She just
'Cause that's like your signature move.
Dude,
alrighty. All right, here, excellent. Not awesome, guys. Oh, Constantine. Damia. Okay, cool. All right. Looks like no 25 to 20, no 20 to 15. Looks like we got a couple of 13s. Oh boy. So, hey Vera,
Is it me?
followed by. You're gonna go first. Yeah.
I think that seems appropriate because I was like sitting there waiting to shoot this guy.
Followed by. Constantine.
man, they
All of the NPCs. Vera,
rolled badly.
Anya, we've got.
Hopefully they rolled worse, or it's just one
Yeah,
guy,
they
which would be even
rolled
better.
real good.
Fingers crossed it's just this one guy, which is
And,
not true.
all right. Vera and Anya. Oh, Shoji, that's who I'm missing. Shoji, you rolled way down there.
Yes, I did.
Okay. There we go. All right. Vera, you're up first. You can definitely see the dark wisps gathering at Shoji's fingers as she reaches forward to grab this guy.
That's our girl. That's our girl. So I will attempt to shoot said guy in the face.
Okay.
Do it.
Shoji is directly between you and him, so he does have 3/4 cover.
Can I move so that he no longer has that?
Yeah, you would need to move out into the street.
Can I do it so that, say, I scamper across the street and back into cover across the street and still be able to shoot him?
You can't grab cover on the other side of the street because there is that wall.
Is there a convenient hole in the wall in one of these little niches? Because I'm little.
Roll a deception check.
Cool. Lots. I think I have a fairly cool view of this battlefield.
Yeah. There is one that was a hole and has been like stopped up with a bunch of stuff, but also a bunch has fallen kind of into the street that it looks like you could duck behind.
Okay.
So you're running across the street.
Yeah, so I run, I shoot the guy as soon as I've got a clear shot. Clear of Shoji's body.
Okay.
Let me
he's
roll.
still gonna have cover, but it's a much better chance.
Okay. I will shoot him. Not great. That's plus a 7. So it's
13?
only 13. Ain't gonna hit him.
Okay, I think
Not with half cover.
Where's my city guard? Oh, that's true. Not with half cover, which I think is a +3?
I don't know.
+2 or 3. Oh, come on. Oh, maybe it's in my world building. Okay, I'm just gonna type in stat block.
Yeah, I probably didn't hit him. That's okay.
All right, hold on.
I'll help you out again on my next turn, Shoshi, I promise.
Thank you. Don't worry. We will kill them eventually.
Good grief.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just call it for now as a miss, and then if it turns out to be a hit, I will update you. So, what are you doing after you take your shot?
So did my nat 20 on perception, because another thing I would want to be doing is looking for anybody else. Is it this guy all by himself, or does he have backup?
You can do a quick scan, but it's any DC like that is going to be pretty high because you're not taking like your full action to do it.
Can I take like my full bonus action, which for a rogue is a lot of stuff?
Is there anything in your bonus actions that specifically lets you do perception? Because I know you can do a lot of things.
I think so. Yeah, I think
But
it's mainly actions. I mean, it's like physical actions. I was wondering if I could fudge it.
No.
Fine.
So yeah, give me a quick perception with disadvantage.
Quick disadvantage perception for other hostiles. 11.
11. You do not see, in fact, anybody else in the vicinity.
Oh, okay. I will then duck into that hole, and now I will bonus action hide.
Okay, give me a stealth check. Hold on to the number. Damia kind of peeks out. And just kind of ducks back into the alley, and it's just like, you guys have this one. Just let me know if you get hurt. Galena will sprint out and take a couple attacks against this guy.
Go, Galena. You got backup, show.
Extra movement. Speed 45.
She's a speed demon.
Nice.
She's not on red anymore.
Monk.
Oh, you're right. I think red ups you by 10.
Yeah, so 35 is enough so that she can actually get to the other side of this guy and roll with advantage. So first one, oh, not great. Double 5s. Second one, much better. She's got.
I feel bad for this guy. He's about to get zapped, and now he's been punched in the back of the head.
One of them hurts.
This is exactly the thing I need tonight.
Oh!
Or just imagine he looks like the DMV.
Right. He deals 11 damage.
DMV on his chest. All
Yeah,
of the session have the initials DMV on the chest so that Mary can destroy
He's a city guardsman. He's a public official. Who knows? He could work for the DMV.
He runs around behind him and just cracks him in the back of the skull, and his head rocks forward, and he looks barely conscious.
Okay.
Almania. Great. I want to cast Dissonant Whispers. My fave. And so I need him to make a wisdom saving throw. Yeah.
9.
Great. He's
Great
going to
spell.
damage.
How much?
3d6. It's terrible. It's 5. He's going to take 5 psychic damage.
Bleeding profusely from his nose and ears. Barely conscious. Runs? Does he have to? Is this the one that makes him run?
No. At least I don't. Is it? Oh, no, wait, it does. Yeah, he's got to run as far as he can away from us.
Yeah, immediately use his reaction to run. Cool. Well, he's gonna run, and Galena's just gonna take a swing at him as he leaves. Yeah. He leaves, and Galena just like trips him, and he falls over unconscious.
Can I? Sorry, it's not my turn.
Is that all you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we could just let
You
him.
don't have to kill him. I
was gonna
actually have
say-
an idea about that. Yeah.
Shoji.
And the world will know. I feel like it's very much our Sam Valhane, like he's got to know now. And
Yeah. We're the newsies.
my favorite song to the Newsies because that song has a double meaning anyway. Like all of
Yeah,
like
with
that
the worlds.
because of the world. Yeah, the world will know. Love it. Newsies. I don't know, man.
Shoji, you take 11 points of slashing damage as the invisibility spell drops.
I knew
And
it.
Sam Valhane's huge knight wearing just full plate brings a glaive right
Ooh.
down.
Let's get
Ow.
this guy.
Ow.
Sorry, show.
Then
Just one of them, or
One for now.
Just 33.
Anybody got a dispel magic they can throw around here?
do have a dispel magic. Actually.
I don't know if that works
Galena-
to dispel invisibility.
Galena will take 21 points of damage as the second one's invisibility spell drops, and he
Oh, so there's
brings
two.
a glaive down twice on her. And then
What level spell is invisibility?
I don't know because this guy didn't cast it.
Let me split.
So it's not on the stat block. I think it's second, isn't it? Or is it third?
It's a second.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, so I could dispel magic on it.
Hold on. Now your turn. He is then going to use a sorcery point to turn a scorching ray into a bonus action.
We can run, guys. Total option.
And he's
No,
gonna
shut
huck,
down.
he's gonna huck all three at you.
I
You
didn't
you
roll
rolled a-
high enough.
rolled a 15 on stealth. He rolled a 22 on perception.
However, do I have cover?
Oh, I'm sorry. You are fully. That's true. You are fully hidden, I guess. So he cannot target
I
you.
mean, he knows I'm there.
He knows where you are, but he can't target you. All right. Cool. So, nobody else has come out of the alley yet. So cool. We'll just drop 2 on Shoji and 1
Sorry,
on Galena.
F you guys. Oh,
It's all right.
Shoji, he misses terribly. Then the second attack, Shoji, your AC is 14. Okay, second one hits. And then third one, and these are all with disadvantage because he's in melee and they're considered ranged. And hits Galena. So, Shoji, you will take 7 points of fire damage. And Galena will take 11 points of fire damage.
how's Galena look?
For everybody's information, Galena has 8 hit points left.
Okay. Hey,
Okay,
Damia, I think we need some healing now.
Shoji, you and Galena are standing there side by side as these two heavily armored, just helmets completely obscuring the face figures are just bringing these massive blades down on you and hucking fire. What you doing?
Okay, and they're close enough I can just reach out and touch them?
Actually, no. These are out of 5 feet range. They're currently wielding glaives, which are very long poles with like sword axe blades on the end. So they can reach you, but you cannot reach them without moving.
Okay. Can I cast Shatter and include them both?
You can, actually.
All right. I hope the magic user doesn't have counterspell or something. I'm gonna do it at level 3.
What a good point.
Should never reminded him that.
No, no.
We'll find
All
out.
right.
Yeah,
Those are con saves.
I believe so.
Yeah, both fail.
Ooh, nice.
Yay.
Take him down, show.
Yay. Yay, that's exciting. Okay, and 3d8, which goes to 48. Yes.
These are con.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry, real quick, what's your spell save DC?
15.
15. Okay, yeah, they both fail.
Nice.
All right, so roll the damage. Is that
Yay.
48?
Yes, 48.
Because it's
Big
third
money,
level.
big money, big money.
Money.
That is
Could be
indeed
better.
big money.
Much better than mine. You good?
Good.
All right, 14 points of what kind of damage? Matter.
Force?
Thunder.
Thunder.
Under damage.
All right,
Nice.
that much thunder damage. Okay, boom. All of the the 3 big rucksacks and the 2 chests scatter, explode, and are just splattered across the entire area.
Sorry.
All of them were filled with rocks and pebbles.
I thought
Ooh.
fine.
Like
Ooh.
wood, canvas, and just ripped metal, and then rock shards and pebbles are scattered across the entire area. This is now considered rough terrain, unless you move at half speed. Sorry, it's rough terrain, or if you want to move your full speed, you will take damage from running across it.
They did a nail bomb.
So, Shoji, you have cast Shatter. Would you like to do anything else?
So they're not within 5 feet of me. I could run away without taking an attack of opportunity.
Attacks of opportunity are determined by the enemy's range, right? If they're a threatened area.
Okay. Which, since they hit me, I assume they are, right?
They are definitely threatening.
Can I like hide behind the body of the one that went down, like a meat shield? And like,
I mean, if you want to throw yourself prone in front of the people who are trying to kill you and like roll the body over you, you're welcome to do that.
I didn't like grab him and hold him up.
I mean, if you were like a large size or were really strong, I might allow that, but I'm gonna say no.
Okay, I'm going to spit at the face of the one that hit me. And that's it.
There is now saliva just slowly dripping down his helmet mask. Constantine's turn.
Yeah, get out there.
Yeah. He books it out there, big warhammer. And
Did he have time to put his plate mail back on?
No, you guys told him to leave it behind.
Okay, he's very spry now.
He is just gonna eat the damage. So he moves 4 squares across.
Tank.
Let's pull
Which none of us are.
None of you are.
We're all terrible and weak.
Fine, you supplemented your lack of tank and healer with NPCs. Fully legitimate. All right, he'll take 11 points of damage. And he's going to take a couple of just big, nasty Warhammer swings at the one guy. 1, 2. He can flank that one with Galena. Here you go. Advantage. That is a natural 20.
Yeah, our boy.
Followed by 26. Cool. You see, as this one is totally caught off guard. They like both helmets swivel in his direction as he comes running out. They clearly did not know that he was here. And he takes his hammer, and you watch as the one that he attacks, like, waves his hand and like snaps a finger, and this blue shield kind of right in front of him, and Constantine just smashes right through the shield spell, and just does serious damage. All right, so that's going to be 8.
And he earned his reaction.
Lost 10. 17. Oh my boy. That's 31 points.
Woo! Tank. And
Okay.
also, that guy burned his reaction, so even if he can counterspell, he can't now. So if you want to hit him with some guns, do it now.
Good to note. Good job for paying attention. And Vera, it is your turn.
Wait, did Almani get a turn? Yeah, wait, you're after me. Okay.
Yeah, I think everybody's gone.
Yeah. Vera's going to make a executive decision that is not wise and go into melee. So how far away am I from that guy who just got his bell rung?
You are you're about 30 feet away.
30 feet through the difficult terrain?
Yeah, so you're gonna take what is it usually? It's usually I'm gonna say no, it's not that big though. So we're gonna call it 2 points of damage per square of movement that you just sprint over.
Okay. And how many squares would I be going through to get to his back?
5. 6. You're 30 feet away, so 5 foot squares. So yeah, you would be taking 12 damage to get to him.
I will then.
Don't you have
I thought
some
I had
weird
a
ability?
thing.
Skip?
I thought I had a thing. I think I have a jump thing, which might get me part of the way there.
Jump belt?
I mean, that's true. You could jump.
You have the belt of jumping?
No, I have something. I can't remember.
I thought you had something that let you ignore.
I think you're thinking of a monk of a level I'm not at yet.
I might be thinking of a monk. Okay.
But
Cool.
what I do have is when I make a running jump,
Okay.
the distance that I cover increases by a number of feet equal to my dex mod. So how far is a normal running jump?
8 feet for you.
8 feet. And I have to go 30. So
And you
I could jump forward 12 feet.
Yeah, you would have to back up about 10 to get a running start. You'd back up 10, and then you could run forward 10, so that's 20 feet of movement, and then you could jump, and you would get 12 feet closer.
Okay. That seems stupid. I am going to reconsider what I just said. And is there any cover in this open square whatsoever?
Other than the cover you're in, we'll continue the 29. That 29 perception you rolled, was it 29?
It was.
Cover? Yeah. And it was a natural 20. So similar to what I told Rin in the last battle, yeah, we're gonna say, like, if you move about 20 or maybe 15 feet on your turn, you can grab a new bolt hole.
But what I'm trying to do is grab cover while moving closer to the guy.
Oh no, there is no cover between you and them.
Okay, so I'm just going to move my half movement towards the dude. I'm going to lose my cover.
Okay. Half movement
And
towards him.
in honor of my new position as Hero of Onisher, and for a little bit of nostalgic courage, I'm gonna put Gideon's poison on this arrow,
You've
which is my bonus action.
never used poison.
I know.
I gave
know.
it to you in like episode 9.
I've been holding on to it because it's like the one thing I have left besides my wedding ring here.
I thought for so long that you had forgotten about it that I
Nope.
forget where the details are.
I think I have it on here what it does, or do I not? Nope.
Oh, that would be brilliant and foresightful of me. So I doubt it.
I do apologize. But I'll say a quick like
exists
shout out to Gideon wherever he is, and
Yeah.
soak this
on
bolt
my
in it.
128 gigabyte thumb drive. Cool. Are you getting to him this turn? I don't think you can get to him this turn.
I can't. Yeah, I'm just getting as
Okay.
close as I can, using my bonus to
Okay.
soak it in poison and shooting him in the back.
I've got a minute then to try and find where that is. Oh, I found it. Perfect.
What does it do?
Okay. Remind me of that. The Excel file is still trying to pull up, so we'll get to that when we get back to your turn.
Can
Yeah.
I haven't actually fired yet.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. This is on
Okay.
your crossbow or your?
On my crossbow.
Okay. This. Remind me how many I gave you.
I say I only have one, but I thought I had 3. But this was before the switch
yes,
over to. But I got it before we switched to using Fantasy Grounds.
Okay.
So it says I only have 1 dose, but I thought I had more.
Okay, I'm pretty sure you have 3.
Yeah.
So you have one called Black Vein. Oh, that hurts.
If I hit him.
Which directly, yeah, which essentially reduces his Constitution score if he fails, and then deals necrotic damage until he succeeds.
Cool.
There's another one that essentially does the same thing to the mind, and then one that you've actually never seen before, and you're not sure why Gideon would have it. So which one would you like to use?
But I'm pretty sure that it's poison.
Oh, it's definitely not good. Like it is perfectly and obsessively sealed with multiple seals.
Okay, well, I'm a little paranoid about not being able to hit him. So for now, I'm going to use the mind messing one, and soak my crossbow bolt in it. And I've gone forward as far as I can go, moving half speed. So,
Correct.
17 feet.
And I'm going to say it's going to take your bonus action to break the seals on the point.
Yeah, it's bonus action and fire is what I'm doing.
Okay. Cool. So he needs to make a Constitution save, and
I haven't hit him yet. I haven't hit him yet. I haven't even rolled.
Thank you for reminding me.
So fingers crossed, and remind me, I don't get flanking if he's engaged with someone. It's only if I hit him that I get sneak attack.
No, you do not get advantage on the attack,
That's what I mean.
but if he's in melee, you still get sneak attack if you hit.
Right. Alrighty, let's see if this hits him. Fingers crossed. Probably not. Why can't I roll for crap? It's a 13. It won't hit him.
13 kind of goes wide.
Dang it. I can go and try and find the arrow later.
Sure.
I can have a poison arrow.
Somebody's going to pick it up and get her. Damia is going to be like, right, okay. Runs over to Galena, but it's going to have to use her action in order to kind of carefully pick her way across and dash to get there without taking damage. So she gets there and then is going to use her bonus action to put a healing word on Galena. So Galena is going to regain 4 plus. So good. She regains 7 hit points. Good. And that'll be Damia's turn. Still Galena's turn. Feeling a little bit better. Is going to say, "Are we saying or fighting?" And then unleash on this dude. Advantage because she's flanking with Constantine, which is good because that was a nat 1. Both of those hit. We'll do looks like 16 points of damage. Cool. So the one we'll say on the right, armor dented and rent by Constantine's massive hammer blows. And now, Galena is like punching into those cracks, widening them, and you can hear like ribs breaking. That one is definitely hurt. Okay. Oh, that hurts. Almanya, you're up.
Great. I've kind of lost where everybody is. I'm trying to picture it. Where? Okay, you guys obviously, but where is everybody else?
Standing in front of the gate, Galena and Shoji, and then kind of forming a cross pattern with them. So if they're here, the two knights are here, and then Constantine is kind of here flanking. Vera is basically in the middle of the plaza on her way to them. Damia is right next to Galena, and everybody else is still in this alley. And by everybody else, I mean you.
And you.
I mean you.
That's it.
Me. Great. I wanted to know if I could do fireball and catch both of them, but not everybody else. And I'm pretty sure that would not at all.
You could catch one.
I could catch one.
Which I'd say just do it. The guy who's not as badly hurt.
Yeah, I want to take
the only one you can hit. So, yeah.
I want to take out the guy. I want to try and hit the guy who
awesome. Awesome.
Badly hit.
I'm not sure why they don't have counterspell.
And he burnt his reaction anyway, or was that the other guy?
No, that was the other guy. Okay. Succeeds on the save, so he will take half of 8d6.
Okay. I like to imagine whenever Almanya uses fireball, it's never Almanya. It's always very distinctly Lillian. And it's and so I always like to imagine that her eyes, like Almanya's eyes, like change color to Lillian's eye color. And in my mind, it's very like it's almost like Lynn's like pushing herself out of Almanya, like in this kind of rage that she like just kind of goes into. She's like, yes, let's destroy them.
As your raven finger are playing the instrument, there's like ghostly halfling fingers kind of in that same space, but out of joint because they're doing something different, right? Forming the arcane symbols.
Give me the fan art. People in the chat, give me that fan art.
Very like punk rock, like
call out
the looting that just comes out. But yeah, I always like to imagine, because whenever it's fireball, I always imagine it's never like Almanya. It's always Liliana being like, "We will destroy people." She just like comes out.
Vera's heart just swells with joy.
Not rolling straight, but still 9.
Oh, there was 4 1s.
I know. I've been rolling terribly. My damage has just not been going well.
He is engulfed in flames, manages to avoid the brunt of it, but takes 9 points of fire damage. It is now their turn. One of them, you can hear like wheezing coming out of the face mask, is going to take 2 steps to get behind Galena. Constantine will get an attack of opportunity. Natural 1 brings his hammer just down into the cobblestones, damaging it. So that now only deals a 1d6.
All right. Happens.
1d6 Warhammer. Okay. Steps behind Galena, just puts a hand in her face, and a bolt of lightning hits Galena in the face, passes through her into Shoji, and then through Shoji into Vera.
Counter spell. I don't have it.
I don't have it.
Am I able to counterspell that?
This would be a good thing to counterspell, Shoji.
Yes. Yes.
I need you to roll a d20, followed by a, and then just add your charisma, which is 4. So roll a d20 plus 4.
Okay. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Heck yes.
You successfully counterspell
Yes.
it. No lightning bolt comes out.
You saved all 3 of our butts right there.
Sorcery point. Sorcery point to turn that into a bonus action. At which point, yeah, definitely coming after you, Shoji. So he will move back into flanking to make 2 glaive attacks with advantage against Shoji. First one, 20 something to hit. Second one, 20. Yeah, they both hit. So Shoji, you will then take 13 points of slashing damage.
Are you okay?
So far.
And the other guy is going to put out his hand and begin casting a spell.
And I can't counterspell because I already used my reaction.
Correct. You do not have a reaction anymore. So now Shoji and Constantine, I believe, dexterity saves. Yeah, dexterity.
Okay.
Oh, and Almania, you as well. That is a 100-foot line. Shoji.
Shoji did
That is a
good.
success, and you will take half.
Amanya, sweet.
Wow,
Ooh,
guys.
nice.
That's good. Let me roll for Constantine real quick. Come on, Constantine.
He's gonna do great.
You rolled a 6.
Oh,
Shoji and Almania, you will both take 15 points of lightning damage.
15.
I'm down.
no. Dami's right there.
Shoji, you had how many? You were only down 15. Is 33. You still got 11 hit points.
Oh, wait. I thought I took 13 before that. I was at the start of this round, I was at 26.
But did you start this? Oh, you were at 26? Where did you
Yeah,
get the
I think I
13 before that?
Oh, this round? You said 13.
You know what because you took 13 from glaive attacks when they first appeared.
I took 11 and then I took
Oh, you took 11 and
like
then
7. Yeah, I took 11 and then 7. And then 13 just now and then the 15.
Where was the 13 from?
Just
The
this
first
round.
hit.
Yeah.
You've been hit with a glaive twice and this spell once, yeah?
Oh, before this round, I took 11 and then 7.
Right. So you've taken 18.
26.
And then this round. No, 11 and 7 is 18.
Oh, I have that much left. Sorry.
Oh, you have that much left. Okay, there
Sorry.
you go. So in Fantasy Grounds, the number that you put in is how much damage you have taken.
I hate that. It's so hard to calculate what you have left.
I don't like that, but it's what we have. So okay, so you've got 18 left.
So before this round, I
you-
took 18. Yeah. Sorry. I took 2 hits this round. Yeah.
No,
13 and then 15.
All that's happened so far. Oh, I'm sorry. No, then he did come at you with the glaive. I'm sorry. So yeah, I'm sorry. You're correct. You're down. I forgot about the second thing.
Okay.
Okay. I'm so
Sorry.
sorry. I was like, where did the second thing come from? The one that you just swung at her, Josh. That whole thing is my fault. I'm so sorry. Okay. So lightning bolt drops you. Constantine takes another 31 points of damage. Almania, you take 15.
Yep.
Put that on your sheet. Okay, sorry. There. Awesome. And then Shoji. A bunch of combatants. Shoji. He is going to take a glaive attack on your unconscious form.
Okay, so it's an automatic miss.
Well, if he hits, so this is an attack with advantage. Is there? Does Constantine have the protection ability? Fighting style. Nope, he's got defense. Yeah, okay. So, one full attack. So sorcery point to make that spell a bonus action. Full attack against you with advantage because you are prone. Shoji. He just rolled, and I do not. And I will send that picture to the group later. A 4 and a 3. Plus, but that's still a 10 and a 9, which does not hit your armor class. So you all watch as this knight brings up his glaive to just execute Shoji. And in that moment, you realize, this is what they are here to do. And then slips on the pebbles a little bit under him, and the glaive comes down and glances off of her leather armor, bites in and just carves a little peel out of her leather armor. And in frustration, he's going to try it again.
How many attacks does he have?
So bonus action lightning bolt, and then he gets 2 attacks as an attack action.
Okay.
He rolled. Okay. He rolled a 9 and a 5 this time, but a 9 plus 6 will still hit your armor class. So Shoji, you will immediately fail 2 death saving throws.
2. I'm going to be making a new character, guys. Maybe I'll be a tank.
Dom is next.
That is the end of his turn. And Shoji, it is now your turn.
Oh my god.
At the beginning of your turn, you need to make a death saving throw.
This is hilarious. All right. Okay. Oh.
If you roll a 10 or higher, you are still alive.
Oh.
Oh my
You roll a 9 or
gosh.
fail your third, and you are dead.
All right. I will be thinking of a new character. Now. All right. Well, it is time to toss the dice. Oh my god!
Oh my
it was almost a 1.
It was almost a 1, guys.
Oh my gosh! It's like 1, 18.
But it's a 19.
Shoji lives.
For now.
Holy,
Oh my gosh.
it is Constantine.
Oh, man.
Uh,
Kill these people.
Constantine is going to grab Shoji's body. He doesn't have medicine for beans.
Don't take her too far away from Damia.
So he's just going to grab her and run double dash towards the mouth of the alley where Almania is.
Nice.
And that gets him there. He will take 12 points of damage as he's running over terrain.
Thank you, Constantine. Nice boy.
In
Good
12.
tank.
He is looking pretty bad. Top of the round, Vera, you are here. You're out in the open. You just watched Shoji somehow not die and barely escape execution. What you doing?
Okay, well, so one of them looks bad, the other guy.
Yep.
And this guy looks fine, I assume.
Yeah, this guy's looking okay. He's
Okay.
taking damage, but he's fine.
Yes. Can I? Sorry, Amani, go ahead.
Yeah. Grace, I have a question.
Yes.
On my turn, I can take show and bamf out if I need to. But like, so you don't have to expend any resources on trying to like help show. I can grab her and thunder step away if we need to kind of like make a speedy escape. Just so that's on your radar.
Cool. Or dump some healing into her or something. No, I was considering who I was going to savagely attack at the moment. I have no intention of running away. I'm so mad.
Now,
Can I get to the wounded guy?
Yes. Sorry, just as you select your weapons real quick, Vera, also, sorry, the other thing about Sawtooth Dagger is that it does not work, it does not get the extra D4 against heavily armored, against heavy armor constructs or the undead.
Okay. But still gets its 2d4, I assume.
No, that's what I'm saying. It does not get the extra D4 against constructs, undead, and heavy.
It still gets the plus dex, though. Okay.
It still gets the 19 crit, but
so I can get to, without taking damage, I can get to the wounded one.
correct. So these two are now out. Vera,
Can
you're
I-
right there. Okay.
Can I flank with Galena and everyone who's there?
You moved about 17 feet. Yeah, you can flank with Galena on the wounded one.
Okay. Okay, I will not use the poison on this because I want my 2 attacks. So I will attack him twice. The first one will be with my +2 with Priscilla.
Okay, Priscilla for the first attack.
And then so we'll just see what happens with the first attack, then we'll talk. So
All right, with advantage.
17.
Oh, that
Does that
didn't
hit him?
add your stuff.
Yeah, it didn't.
Gosh, yes. 17, in fact, just hits, but he is going to shield, and that they just have their turns. Their reactions are bad.
So
So
how much does shield add? Because that was my
It adds-
+2, so that would have been
It adds
19.
5.
That's 5. Okay.
So,
Then I'll hit him again with the offhand, which is the sawtooth.
Okay.
I still get advantage because I'm still flanking.
Correct.
Okay. That +7. 22.
So 22.
nice.
Okay. With shield, that just hits. So
Okay.
the second strike will break through the shield and just jam straight through his one of the rents in his armor.
Cool. And correct, I don't get sneak attack anymore.
You get sneak attack if you have advantage on the attack, you get sneak attack.
Oh, then I do get sneak attack. Cool.
Yep.
So here's the 1d4 for the dagger. Then I get for sneak attack 2d6. And then plus 4. So 6 plus 7 equals 13. 13 damage.
Okay. Yeah. Priscilla gets deflected and then I'm sorry, what is
Old
this?
Faithful.
Old Faithful. Just kind of splits further into his armor, and just blood comes pouring out onto your hand.
Is he dead?
That is nope.
Oh,
Still
okay.
up, not looking great. Damia. Oh shoot, Damia's out there.
Yeah.
Well, this guy does not have his attack of opportunity, but she is in range of the other guy. Range is 10 feet. So this time, because she's got her action, full healing word. Full cure wounds, and we'll go second level on Galena. So Galena will
Come on, you've got you, show. I hope.
I
Points.
don't have healing spells, but I can bamf people out.
At this point, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just thinking that show needs healing before she has another turn.
Yeah, both Galena.
She's failed 2 death saves.
Goes before then, yeah. And then Damia looks to you, Vera, and goes, "So we're fighting, or are we running?"
It'll depend on me. I'm fighting.
Okay, cool. So she will, in that case, remain there, and it's Galena's turn. So Galena, who's flanking with you on that guy, is going to take 2 attacks. And you know what? She's got stupid monk things that I'm going to use.
I would say kill this one and then leave, if possible.
That's only for a ranged attack. One with the blade. Oh, cool. So she's going to swing twice with advantage. First one is a 20. Does shield last until the beginning of your next turn? Or the end of the turn?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Beginning of your next turn.
Until the start of your next turn.
Yeah.
So she'll miss on the first attack. And the second. So she's going to use a key point to do Flurry of Blows.
I miss monking. I loved monking. It was the best. Yes.
And she's going to spend another key point to make that one hit do more damage. Oh no, that's only with a weapon attack. This is unarmed. All right, so she will do a whopping 7 points of damage to this guy who is still up, but just looking really bad. He's now like down on one knee. Daggers are plunging into his side. Fists are raining down on his armor, rattling his head. It's looking bad for him. Elmania, your turn. Constantine has just run into the alley carrying Shoji's body.
Okay. The other people, our enemies, are they pretty like fully engaged in the fighting that they're doing right now?
They look like they are. Actually, roll me an insight check real quick.
Okay. Insight. Oh, I'm not great at insight, but I'll take it. 15.
15. You're not quite sure. There is no fear in their posture.
Okay.
And so yeah.
With Show gone and Constantine gone, could I catch both of them in a fireball without hitting anybody else?
No, you can still only hit the mostly uninjured guy. Just because you've got Vera and Constantine and Galena and Damia all kind of clustered around the other.
Not Constantine.
Not Constantine.
I'm sorry, not Constantine. but Vera, Galena, and Damia are all
Okay.
there.
Decisions. Because if I take Show and Bamf, then you're one less spellcaster. But
True. My
Could-
thought is kill. Yeah.
do you want me to
Who
take?
comes after?
Go ahead.
There's not a lot of time to discuss plans.
I know.
especially-
I'm getting a lot of glitching.
Oh, okay.
So, my plan at least is to like kill one and then leave.
Could I hit the one that is mostly injured?
No,
without-
you can't hit him. He's surrounded by others, by allies.
Okay. I'll hit the mostly uninjured guy then with Fireball. Try and make a dex saving throw.
Save!
You saved?
He did not. He will take full damage.
Sweet.
That's gonna
Please.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that hurts so badly. There is
Don't say
smoke.
these things, 'cause then I want to stay.
There is smoke coming from under his armor as he is engulfed in flames again. You have cooked something. Still up, but definitely like he is heavily fatigued.
Whose turn is next?
Is Elmania, is that your turn?
I also want to burn a bardic inspiration to give everybody mantle of inspiration. So I want, or whatever it's
Thank you.
is it mantle. I don't know. Everybody gets 8 temporary hit points.
You can all also use your reactions to move up to your movement speed without drawing attacks of opportunity.
Yes.
I think Damia and Galena actually are waiting on you, Vero. Are you going to move or are you staying where you are?
Well, I'm currently trying to establish what the order of operations is here because
So,
Joe's already down 2, and if she rolls another save, she'll have to roll another death save and then maybe die. So
correct. Shoji is down. It's Elmania's turn is about to end.
yes, who's next? What's the
and
order?
Then, and then it is the enemy, and then it is Shoji.
Okay. Because it is the enemy, I say get out of their glaive range immediately. They can still hit us with spells.
So real quick, Elmania, you cannot inspire an unconscious person. So those
That's fine.
that will prevent Shoji from still being on her 3rd death save.
And is Shoji next after the enemy? Can I have the list
Yeah.
here when
It
things are
is,
happening?
it is Elmania, the enemy, and then Shoji.
Okay.
So Elmania is the last person with an opportunity to actually assist Shoji here.
Can I do like
Okay.
a medicine check or something with my bonus action then instead?
Medicine check to stabilize is an action.
Okay. Can I pick her up then?
That's not going to stop her from making. You can, but it's not going to stop her from making a death save.
Right. I don't have anything though that can keep her from making a death save though. Wait. Wait, hold on though. Actually, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Because I was hoping that Damia would, but
Actually,
Galena.
this
Damia was in the middle of the battlefield.
I am. Were they at any point? Were our enemies at any point using any kind of ranged attacks?
No.
They tried to
Not
hit. They tried to hit people with a scorching ray at the beginning.
That's true. There was a ranged spell attack. Yes.
Okay. Then never mind on that. Oh, wait. I have 1 potion of superior healing.
Oh, give it to her.
Yeah.
It is an action to feed a potion to another.
Well, then I can't do anything, Josh. Then I'll use my bardic inspiration to give everybody else 8 temporary hit points because I literally can't do anything. So
I'm gonna use
everybody
your.
has 8.
I'm gonna use your magic to move towards Shoji.
okay.
Okay.
Does that
Yelena.
include? Do I still take damage from the terrain?
If you move your full movement, yes.
Okay.
If you want to, I'm sorry. Yes. So you could move 15 feet towards the alley and be most of the way there.
Okay.
So in that case, Galena is going to. Oh, it's not her turn, so she can't do that. So yeah, Galena will also move with you.
No, I wave her off. Don't bunch.
She's a little faster. She'll be right up on you. Okay.
Sorry, you're glitching again.
So Damia and
Can I wave her away so that we're not bunched in case they use a ranged spell attack on us?
Sure, yeah. So Damia and Galena then are still standing in the middle of the battlefield, pretty much in between the two knights.
No, I'm not saying don't run. I'm saying don't run next to me. I'm saying scatter.
Okay, if you yell scatter, sure, they will then scatter.
I'm saying don't stay up in their face, but don't also bunch. Yeah.
All right, and everybody has 8 points of inspiration. At which point, the super wounded guard is going to cast Stone Skin on himself and use his action. Sorcery point to turn that into a bonus action and use his action to dash to the opposite end of the arena from you guys. And the more healthy guy is going to point his finger at the mouth of the alley and casts Lightning Bolt again. So I need Almania and Constantine and Vera to all make dexterity saves.
Come on, Dex. Don't let me down now. Oh, that wasn't even in the bowl. Great. Oh, God. 12.
Not great. 14. Thanks for the inspiration hit points, though, Almania. That's helpful.
You're welcome.
14 will actually save. A 12 will not. So, Almania, you will take 25 points of lightning damage.
So 17, 20, 32.
Which puts you at 40. Oh, minus 8. So, good. Vera, you will take half of that. So, you will take 20. What did I say? 25?
25.
So you will take 12 points of lightning damage. Minus 8, so only 4. It's inspiration. Constantine. Full amount there.
Is he still up?
Constantine takes 25. Constantine is down. And as you look, as he falls, kind of holding Shoji, as you look, Vera, you can see ahead and Almania kind of looking at your feet. In his arms is the dead, smoking corpse of Shoji. That knight will then use a sorcery point to make that a bonus action and then book it away with his buddy. Mission accomplished.
I'm sorry,
Shoji.
Beth. We miscalculated the rounds.
Yeah, that's me too. Oh, it's okay. I wasn't expecting my character to live throughout the entirety of this conflict.
She died accepted by her friends.
Yeah, it was big. It's a big thing for her.
Oh,
Okay, new character.
You get to go hang out with your
Constantine.
skellies.
this is why I asked for like a swarm of rats or something that we could find and just blow up and be okay with.
And then you went out and were like, we're going to pick a fight in what you know is an ambush. If you ask for rats, then go look for rats, I'll give you rats. But if you say, this is an ambush, let's go spring it, then you're going to spring an ambush.
Yeah, yeah.
Rolls the death save, and it is his turn right after Shoji, so he will roll. Okay. Constantine remains breathing. Top of the round, Vera, what are you doing?
I will try and stabilize Constantine. I don't have anything on me, but I can roll medicine.
So half movement gets you to him. Go ahead and roll an action. Roll an action. Use roll a medicine check.
Yeah, it's only a 10.
10 is what you need.
Oh.
All right. Constantine is stable. It is Damia's turn. Damia is going to use her action to essentially get to the alley. And she will bonus action healing word Constantine. Oh, all right. Constantine is at 8. Galena action to get into the alley because she's got a lot more movement. Almania, your turn.
Are
so
we
you're all clustered here, but both of the knights are just about to kind of disappear on the far side of this whole open space.
How far away are they?
They are 50 feet away.
Great. I'm dropping.
Fireball them again.
I'm burning my last 3rd level, and I'm dropping a final fireball as a big ol' Liliana.
This is for show. This is for show. I'm sorry, Beth.
Dex save on the healthier one. Fail. Dex save on the unhealthy one. Fail.
Good. Roll big money.
They'll take 30 points of fire damage.
Very nice.
One of
Please just die.
One of them crashes to the ground. The other one is still up.
Okay.
Ooh,
Doing anything else with your?
I'm mad. Whose turn is next?
Question. Well, no. Hold on. In all of this time, Josh, have we done anything with wild magic?
No, we haven't. God. Wild magic is one of my favorite things ever, and I can never remember it. So you've dropped 2 fireballs, a dissonant whispers,
and another fireball. That was my 3rd fireball.
Oh, that's right, 3 fireballs. So just roll 5 or lower, something weird happens.
And how many d20s? 5?
Just 1.
Oh, just 1. Okay.
No, just we're not going to retroactively do the things. We're just going to say, okay, it's now at 5.
It's an 18.
18, there's no wild.
Okay, let me just
You doing anything else?
My stuff. See if I can do anything fun with it.
Who would be next after Almania if we're staying in order?
The knights.
They're running.
I just know Nick is gonna watch this and he's gonna call me up in the next like 3 days and be like, Mary, you could have done this. And I'll be like, I know, stop it.
All right, what are you doing?
Love you, Nick. You're the best. You keep this delightful. I don't think I have anything else that I can do.
Then the one guard. does something, and there are suddenly 3 more guards there. They pick up the one on the ground and vanish into the alley on the far side.
Did they leave the city guard lying there?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you guys intend to pursue?
Can we see where they went?
You see where they disappeared. Like so if there's a big semicircle of clear area in front of the gate, you guys are basically on one side and they vanished into the buildings on the other side.
Well, I'll run over and look and see if they're still there, but if they're gone, then no.
Yeah, by the time you get to the other side, going slowly to avoid taking damage, you don't see them.
Okay. Can I go to the city guard body on my way back? Just like picking my way slowly to him.
Yeah, he is a charred
Oh, I know he's dead.
corpse.
Does he
No,
still have
mean,
his...
like,
yeah.
I mean unrecognizably burnt to a crisp. He has received 2 fireballs while already being dead.
There's a Lily part that's like, hey.
Is there anything on here that still identifies him as a city guard?
Roll an investigation check while I wonder at that.
13. Like a rank insignia, a badge?
Any kind of badge has just been melted to slag. All of his clothing is just burnt to a crisp and seared to his skin. There's not much here to identify.
Regardless, is there any way that I can move some of this rubble to make some like dirt to write in?
Sure. I mean, yeah, it's like pebbles and broken stones, so you can like line them up into letters. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to write.
There's also a 20-foot radius. Oh, geez. All right. Well, I'm not going to retroactively set the city on fire, but with a 20-foot radius, actually all of the buildings on the other side that they disappeared into are also like blackened and smoldering. So you could actually write in like the cobblestone in the soot, or you could try and arrange the pebbles or do both.
I think I'll just write in soot and I'll say something like, not a guard for the city, just a guard for Sam Valhane.
Okay.
And then I'll go back.
While you're clearly like looking through the body and you're like, nothing's gonna work anymore. There's like Liliana's voice kind of comes out a little bit like, sorry. Kind of overkill.
Regardless.
At this point, Constantine is like, yeah, I can hear some shouting hereabouts in the neighborhood, and we should probably get out of here.
We need to take show.
I'll get her body.
Yeah.
He's kind of slings her over a shoulder. And you guys hustle on back to Mayweather encampment, bearing Joe's body. You learned some things about the capabilities of your enemy, but lost a friend. We'll go ahead and end there as you guys once again stumble into camp, burned and bleeding.
Man,
and hurt.
so bummed.
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry, Beth.
It's all good. I think you guys are more upset about it than I am. It's all good. I'll make another character. That's of it.
Picked you up and left with you, and I got too overzealous. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I mean, there's so many things that anyone could have done differently. Like, I could have been like, you know what? No, this is a trap for sure. Let's not do this. I thought about it, but I was like, no, let's just go in and see what happens.
We got to kill one of his fancy dudes.
We
That's
did.
nice. That's nice.
If the fancy dudes are being mind controlled or if just possessed or something.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all so much for joining us this evening as it got even worse. We hope to see you again next week. In the meantime, join Becca and crew on Monday night as they continue Call of Cthulhu Horror on the Orient Express. Subscribe to our Twitch and YouTube channels or visit our website, iconicproduction.wordpress.com, where you can follow us on social media, discover a lineup of podcasts, or support us on Patreon. Also, you should all go look up Jackals and pre-order it. Just buy that thing because it's awesome.
Don't try and
Anyway,
actually
until next
buy the RPG system, by the way.
RP, don't buy the animal, but buy the RPG. I got so close, Mary. I was almost there. Anyway, until next week, we hope that you stay happy, healthy, and safe, and have a lovely night. Bye.